Bestie, let's get you into reading or back into reading. Leah, by this video, by the end of this video, you will feel like you want to read all the books there are in this world. Just continue into the very end, okay? What am I saying? Yeah, let's get started, shall we? The very first book we're going to talk about in this video is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. LaRue. I cannot say that last name, LaRue. So imagine a world where time is not only a friend but a foe, where the choices we make do not only shape our lives but shapes the essence of who we are. The novel explores topics such as desire, longing, and immortality, and the price we're willing to pay for freedom. It's a story that will transport you into another world, and it's a great story to get you started into fantasy writing, the fantasy world. So yeah, the second book I want to talk about is one of my all-time favorite books, Almond. You know a book is good when by the very first sentence, and the very first sentence of this book was, this story is about a monster meeting another monster. One of those monsters is me. It's a story about a young boy. We follow him through his journey with a condition called alexithymia. Basically, it means that he cannot feel any sorts of emotion. Spoiler alert, you can jump into this time here. I'm gonna put it somewhere here. Anyway, but yeah, his mother and grandma were killed in front of him in cold blood when he was 16. And he didn't know what to feel. He didn't know what to feel. Like he wasn't angry, he wasn't sad, he just was a robot. He didn't know what to feel. And that's where a great author comes in, because the writing on that scene made me feel so many emotions. It made me cry, it made me relate to that character, it made me very sympathetic towards that young boy that just lost two of the most important people in his life, and he didn't feel anything. But it's still to this day one of the greatest um like parts, written parts I ever read. It's you will know when you read the book. But yeah, so we follow him through his journey, where he will meet Gon and other characters throughout his life. He will not feel it, but we as readers, we will feel it. He will know what love, friendship, desire. He will discover those emotions. He might not relate, he might not feel them, but we as the reader, we will know, we will pinpoint that this emotion and what he's feeling right now is, like, let's say, love. But yeah, the complexity of a young man who doesn't know his own feelings, and the right it just, it's a great book. I don't even, like, you can't, you know, when you love something so much you can't even put into words how much you love it. That's how I feel about this book. It's a great book. Please read it, please. Third book we're talking about is another banger. This, you probably know about this book because it's everywhere, but I had to put it in this video. It's Normal People by the queen of everything of literature, Sally Rooney, our beloved Irish queen. Is she Irish? Yes, I think she is. I hope she is. Okay, let's get back to the video. Normal People. It's one of those books where you just feel warm reading it. That's how it made me feel throughout the whole book. It was very warm and fuzzy, and it made me relate to the character so much. And my iced coffee is gonna fall down. Okay, sorry. It made me relate to the character. It's like watching a movie while reading a book. You know what I mean? And the writing was so good. It delved into a lot of topics such as friendship, desire, um, adult friendship, and teenager friendship. We basically follow two main characters, Marianne and Connell, through their journey from teenagerhood into adulthood, and it's like the characters are so relatable that it, it feels like they're your friend. You're basically watching your friend go through all these emotions, and the book is very relatable. Something that I enjoyed. It's a very feel good book. It has no plot. Some people don't like it. I did. But yeah, it's a book that you basically hate or love. For me, it was a love at first sight, a first read. Sorry, that backpack keeps distracting me. Sorry, I'm gonna get back to you. You have probably read this quote somewhere. All women become like their mother. That is their tragedy. No man does. That is his. It's a quote by Oscar Wilde in his book "A Woman of No Importance," a book that I invite you to read, as it's not really considered a classic, but it's by one of the most important people in the English language, Oscar Wilde. It's a play, not a book, a play about social commentary, gender norms, social expectation, and it's written in a very witful way, in a very witty way. It's a very Oscar Wilde way that invite us to question life around us. It's a book that stood the test of time as it was written in the 19th century and we can still relate to its content today. So I invite you to read it. Go read it, please. It's a great book. And don't be intimidated by it just because it's considered a classic. It's um it's a great book and I think it's not really that hard to read. So yeah. Final book we're talking about today is it's a fluffy book. It's a feel good book. It's a book that if you want to get out of this world, if you want to go into another world, if you want to dissociate from yourself and from things around you for a few hours while reading, I invite you to read Love Theoretically by one of my favorite romance writers, Ali Hazelwood. It's one of those books that's very heartwarming, very fluffy, very fuzzy. Um, it's I think the tropes are I know the tropes are enemies to lovers and fake dating trope. But yeah, it's a cute book that will I think you will devour it in a few hours because it's just like very easy to read. It will make you forget about everything around you and focus only on the characters that are very, very relatable and very, very, very cute. It's a feel good book that will leave you with a smile after finishing it. So, yeah. And by this, we finished this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm a yapper, so I talk a lot. I'm sorry if I missed. Wait, I'm sorry. What am I sorry for? I'm sorry if I talk a lot. Yeah. You're basically my bestie now, and I love talking to my besties about books. So, yeah. Please stay healthy. All my love, like always. Stay healthy, stay positive, and yeah. And you can follow me on my social media if you want. I should have done this at the beginning of the video, but you can follow me on my social media. I would love to connect with you, and we can be your besties in virtually, in real life. Why not? But yeah, all the love. Stay healthy, stay positive, eat well, and see you in my next video.